New treaty solves issues raised in Supreme Court ruling, says James Cleverly. Judges now have no reason to block Britain's new asylum deal with Rwanda, James Cleverly has insisted. The Home Secretary said we must be allowed to move quickly to start deportation flights after signing a beefed-up treaty with the African nation. I can see no reason why that should not happen, he said, raising hopes the scheme will be up and running by the spring. Rishi Sunak has insisted the new tie-up will prevent domestic blockers and foreign courts from thwarting the plan. He says it will halt illegal migration across the English Channel, saving taxpayers billions of pounds. Hailing the landmark treaty, Mr. Sunak added, "I said I would stop the boats. I meant it. We've signed a treaty with Rwanda making it clear that it's us who decides who comes to this country, not criminal gangs." But the Prime Minister is still facing a backbench rebellion over the new legislation, due within days, designed to avoid the scheme being thwarted by the courts again. The original £140 million scheme was signed almost 18 months ago and not a single deportee has yet left UK soil by air. It was deemed illegal by the Supreme Court last month, which said that Rwanda was not a safe country as those flown there could be sent back to their country of origin. Mr. Cleverly said he cannot see any credible reason to question the nation now after he signed the treaty in Kigali. He insisted the UK has not paid any more money to Rwanda in addition to the money already handed over. But a fierce battle is raging within the Tory party over the next stage of Mr. Sunak's plan to get the scheme off the ground. Right-wing Conservatives are pushing the Prime Minister to use new legislation to opt out of the European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR, warning he must go for the full-fat version to get around judges. Around 35 MPs in the new Conservatives group met others on the right, including the Common Sense Group and European Research Group, last night to discuss whether to vote against Mr. Sunak's legislation if it is not tough enough. Backbench MP Tom Hunt, a member of the new Conservatives group, said, "We need the full-fat option. We need it to be explicit that our parliament is sovereign and reigns supreme. Not foreign courts and outdated conventions." But senior Tory moderates are also warning Mr. Sunak they may not support his legislation if he does ditch the ECHR, arguing that it would be a mistake that doesn't have public. Damian Green, the chairman of the One Nation caucus of Conservative MPs, said, "The UK has for generations been a world leader on human rights. We have set the standard on what a law-abiding, well-functioning democracy should look like. The government should think twice before overriding both the ECHR and HRA and not rush such long-term, difficult decisions."